clutch has some issues, we'll call it. As you're letting go of the clutch, it just all of a sudden you just hear boom, and it just takes off.
By itself.
By itself. The clutch arm is not long enough. It's already adjusted all the way out.
Yeah.
It has to be another inch. So I'm going to be making that longer. And now you're probably thinking to yourself, Lincoln didn't make the car right? No.
They didn't make it right.
No. They did.
They did.
They did make it right.
So what's the problem?
Well, more on that later. It's fine. A lot of history behind it.
Way up.
Put it down gently. So what do you got to do?
All right. This right here is the clutch arm. There's play.
Right, I see it moving.
See how there's play? So there's no pressure. So that's good. So I have to disconnect it from here. This is a cotter pin with a pin in it. Slide that pin out. And then there's another pin right here. See this pin?
All right, that's kind of a pain in the ass to get in there.
But it's got to be done.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Take it out.
How you making out, Giuseppe?
Good, I got it out.
You got it out,
Yes.
just in time.
See how it's adjusted all the way out?
Yeah, I could see that. That's all
See?
the way adjusted outward.
So we're going to make it another inch. And this thing is going to be beautiful.
So why do you got to make it another inch is what I'm not understanding. If Lincoln
too
made it
short.
like that, then Lincoln should work like that.
All right, I guess I should say it now. Let me say it how it is. It doesn't have the Lincoln engine.
It
right?
does not.
No, it's supposed to have a V12 and it doesn't. Those V12s from Lincoln were no good. They did not work because I think it's because the oil pressure didn't have enough oil pressure to get to the back of the cylinders.
Something or another, yeah.
Right, so they were no good. So in 71, when they were ready to do the scene, people that I actually know were involved with this car. He saw the car in a used car lot, and he had to have the car in 1970. He got the car, and then he was in this group of Lincoln, a club, I'll call it, and they said, well, we need a 41 Lincoln Coupe Continental. They only made 850 of these, and they're really hard to find. So like, yeah, sure. Now, there were 3 cars in The Godfather. The hero car, I'll call it, which is the one that Jay Leno has. It's just a pretty one, I'll call it. The promotional, which is just a regular 41 Lincoln with bullet holes in it that was just outside of the movie theaters. That was not in the movie at all. And then there's this one that was actually in the movie. Now,
This is the actual one that he got shot up in.
This is the one that was in the movie. If you look at the engine, this is a Buick nailhead. Okay?
That it is. How do you know if it's a Buick engine?
Because the valve covers are flat. Nailhead.
That's why they call it a nailhead.
So they put this engine in it because they needed to do this scene, and the V12 wasn't any good. So they put this Buick nailhead in it to do the scene.
And not to mention that year Buick in 1971 was a very, very common car.
Right.
Common as in like forgotten almost, because there was such newer versions of like, let's say a 55 Buick more or less. What year's the engine? Something around there.
Something. It's a 50s Buick engine. I know that for sure. It was like a dime a dozen. So they put this nailhead in it to do the scene. It's insane how it is because it really does have a Buick nailhead because we knew people back in the day because the guy that you knew back in the early 2000s, late 90s told you that we put a Buick nailhead in that car.
Yep, and this is it. That's what it has.
And that's our proof that this is the real car. From the pedal to the linkage, it's Lincoln. From the linkage to the clutch arm, it's Buick. So they never extended it enough to make it work properly. So that's what I'm fixing now.
So that's what you're gonna do now.
That's what I'm going to do now.
That's, you know something? That's not bad if that's all you got to do to make it work right.
These other things.
That's small stuff. That's small potatoes because it could have gone a whole other route.
I didn't want to pull the trans out. And you know what? I just put this car here this morning and look how much antifreeze is on the floor. So the radiator actually leaks.
Oh, you're gonna have to do a little repair on the radiator.
Right. And whoever had the car before put a gas tank in it. I'm not sure how you're supposed to deal with that.
Oh man, where's the cap? It's all the way inside.
Right.
That's all right. We'll take care of
So
it.
it needs a little things to
We'll
make
put like
it,
an elbow. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it needs a couple things to make it worthy, you know?
All right. So show me the linkage again.
So I'm going to add an inch,
Good, and it should work.
and it should work. Now, it's actually not bolted on. It's a pin with a cotter pin going through the pin on both sides. So it's fairly easy to do it. You know, it's not like you have to go in there with wrenches or who knows what.
Imagine if this was a new car.
Oh,
You'd have to go to the outer ends of the universe to make a piece come off.
I couldn't even jack it up like this.
No,
you know?
what, with a jack? Just jack it up?
Right in
And
the front. You can't do that. You got to go from the driver's
first you
side
have
to
to
the front.
ask permission.
Anyway.
All right, knock it out, bro.
You got it. So now that I have the piece out, I'm going to trace it on a piece of cardboard. This way I know how much longer I have to make it. And there you go. Let's get to work. Now I'm going to clean it up with the wire wheel just to get all the crap off of it. Now I'm going to crack jam nuts loose to make it move free.
That's been on there for a long time.
Yeah, you know what? Let me get some oil. Hold on. All right.
What do you got there?
This is penetrating oil.
Nice.
Okay.
That'll do it. All right, give it a shot.
All right. Now you probably think I'm going to turn it this way. This is reverse threads. There we go.
Oh, there we go. So that's half. You want to
one.
clean all the threads off and then put them right back. Put the tap through it.
Now this one's going to be regular threads because that's how it moves side to side. And that's the other one.
Let me see, how far in was it in the piece? This is not a very good adjustment when it comes to adjustments for clutches. That is terrible. So this is all wrong, all wrong.
Even this one, look.
All right, well, clean off.
See?
Well, here, yeah, same thing. Well, if it's adjusted right, both ends should be adjusted exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Here, clean them off with the wire brush and be done with it.
Good.
What are you doing now?
I'm going to clean the threads. They're very dirty. All right, see? Now all adjustments move free, and now I can adjust it easily. Beautiful. Okay?
Yeah, you welded everything up. You think it's gonna work? I sure hope so. Me too.
I hope so. Let's say even this doesn't work, I can still put it back to the way it was. I'm not cutting anything.
And then if it works, you weld it up strong.
Right.
All right.
Put
So
that in
let's
there.
punch it. Beautiful.
Good.
Okay.
Penetrating oil.
Good.
Here's what I got. See? We made this longer and we brought the adjustments all the way in so it's the same length when I took it out. That's how far off it was. So now I'm gonna go put it in. I'm gonna start it, push the clutch. When it goes dink, I'm just gonna hold the clutch there and shut the car off. Then I'm gonna adjust it all the way out. And then I'm gonna do my adjustment to get it perfect.
How you making out under there?
Pretty good. I got the yarn in. Now we're gonna test it.
Can you come here for a minute? Turn around. Would you go through a war today? Keep turning.
What?
Oh, nice, bro.
Oh,
Wow.
come on, don't worry, bud.
Is it in?
Gotta get it's in. It's in.
So, Giuseppe, how are you making out here?
Good. I finished the whole thing. See?
You got your measurement from hole to hole? This is
9
pretty
3/4.
good. Let me see. We said 9 3/4 from the hole here to here.
Yeah.
Before it was too short. Even though it was, this is your adjustment. This was adjusted all
was
the way
still-
out.
Right.
But it was all wrong. Wasn't even
Now-
close.
Right. So right now
Okay.
these arms, the adjustable arm, are like 80% in.
Every time you
know?
regulate a clutch pedal, you're supposed to have about an inch of play
Yes.
on the end of it that's just empty.
Look. Like
Okay.
this. Look. Look. See how there's like a little play?
It's about an inch.
See this? And then there's a clutch.
Yep.
Supposed to be like that, and that's how we did it. It's gonna be working beautiful.
So there you are. Let's see how it works out. Paint it and put it in. Install it.
Got it.
Here, pal. That's it.
All right. Here's what I got. I just painted it black. See? Now I'm gonna go put it in, and this thing's gonna work beautiful. I can feel it. I can just feel it.
Let's make it happen.
Got it.
So Giuseppe, you got it all together?
It's together.
Let's check it out.
Let's see if it works.
Very nice, actually. As a matter of fact, it is real nice.
See how much better that is?
It works. Back up a little and do it again. Just back up real slowly. And now you can control it. It does. Right now, it probably would have let go and took off by now, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good. All right, go ahead. Back up. Keep going back. Keep going back. Go ahead. I can see. Keep going. All right, so you got the clutch problem is done. You got an antifreeze leak.
Which needs to be taken care of, which I don't think the radiator leaks.
I bet you it's the hose. It's all jammed in there. It's all crooked. All right, well, check it out tomorrow.
I'll check it out tomorrow.
There's only one more thing I can tell you.
What's that?
You know what that is? Taking over the world!